Alright, real quick. We are in a lot better position now. We're going to go ahead and roll out bid 2. I do apologize for the background noise. I do have a partner in crime. Thank you. I don't need a phone. I got all numbers plugged in for our products, so we should be good. Don't touch. You got this? Alright. And then marketing, I went ahead and we upped the sales budgets for some of them. We got affordability in there. I would like to see if we can play with these numbers a little bit, if anybody wants to see if we get that. Not touching anything. This, if we leave this at the original 2, and this, it's forecasting this at like 1,200 and this at like 4,000 return. See about playing with it, where the numbers are at. But all of these are pretty consistent and good. These benchmark predictions went up with the increase in segment size growth. Production, we went ahead and I've inputted these numbers just to play with it and see where we're at on it. I went ahead and changed these down here. You can't change this yet. We have a low investment just because we didn't get the growth and return that we wanted to. But I did do this to add capacity. Feel free to tweak with it, see if we can make any changes to that. But we need to be prepared. This unit sales forecast, we want to be a little bit higher than that, just because, you know, look at where we're on that previous video where we had stock outs, and look at the growth, and we want to play with the numbers in between those two areas. Human resources, we're limited on super growth budget, but I plugged these numbers in just to see what it will look like for us. I think this is where we can start chipping away at our competitors as far as human capital costs. And then for the finance, I have fine with the earnings per share is lowered by anything that we do in human resources and production, so just be mindful of that. I'm issuing some long-term debt so that we're floating, but right now we had to take a 15 on an emergency loan or a current debt, which is fine because the rate's actually lower than the long-term interest rate, which I have zero issue with, but we did have to take a little hit. I'm going to try to pay out dividend per share, do a little bit of math on it, see if we can't increase the stock price, because doing that's going to help us increase our working capital to make these investments. So I'm going to max issue stocks for the next few rounds, and as if the price is going up, then it's going to make us a little bit easier to raise capital. But right now we're only investing 10 grand, so it's not too much. New product will be up and running here. New product will be up beginning in January 2023, and I meant to change that. It must not have saved. I'm going the wrong way on this. There we go. So you should drop it to December, or at least that was the theory. Trying to shave off a little bit just so that there we go. So this will complete next year. It will be a point off and a point off, but it will complete the end of next year. So it will be ready for not the 4th round, the 5th round. It will be set and ready to go, and it will be positioned for that round. Whereas you can see how costly it is. Bid need should be down here realistically, and then it would space here and then jump here. But it's super costly just to move it at its normal trend line. So we'll put out the new product, and I think we will have a head start on everybody on that. That's it. I mean, I've plugged in the numbers. I would like to see if You can play around with production and get it tweaked. Maybe see. We don't have a lot of money to upgrade capacity. You got about $4,000 to work with. And there's no other capital I can build for that. I wouldn't cut down bid or anything like that. I would look at our stockouts, see about possibly, producing a little bit more, because we did go out on it. Well, what does it look like if we produce 1,000? Just make sure that in production, when you're messing with production, if you see something that you think is going to be different, I hope that's not too noisy, my kid playing. If you see a trend in the numbers that you think that it's going to actually be more than what this forecast is, which it was more than what we thought, make sure you change our forecast here, what you think it's going to be. If you're playing around in there, I mean, we got to be able to step over the boundaries into each other's areas and tweak a little bit of numbers, let someone know. But if you can justify it, there's no reason why we don't change the numbers in areas that we see we need it. And all this is right here is it's telling us what we think we're gonna sell. So if we adjust in production, we need a change in here, because then it trickles down and affects all the other numbers. So it will it will adjust earnings per share and finance, everything like that. But if you do not change the marketing aspect of it, it will throw the formulas off and everything like that, as far as it's saying that we're going to have a larger inventory carry, which will incur costs versus what we think we're going to sell. It just allows us to be a little bit more accurate. Now you cannot do it and be very conservative, and I will be trying to figure out why I can't get the numbers to work. But yeah, so I've got this all plugged in. Feel free to make edits to it. I will do what I did last week and swing around on Saturday or Sunday and try to get the remainder of it fixed up. If anybody has any questions, feel free to text or reach out to me. I will try not to go the entire week ignoring your question like I did Nash. I do apologize for that. It did get wrapped up. Should be a better week this week, knocking on wood. Alright.